Most people hear the Bronx and think they already know the story. But what if I told you the Bronx wasn't born from struggle? It was built on ambition, betrayal, brilliance, and survival. And much of its history was never meant to be remembered. Before it was part of New York City, this land belonged to a Scandinavian immigrant named Jonas Bronk. His name, mispronounced, reshaped over centuries, became the Bronx. But what S rarely told is that this area was once considered so valuable that colonial powers fought quietly over it. Not with armies, but with land deals, broken promises, and erased communities. Long before skyscrapers defined New York, the Bronx was filled with farms, rivers, and native Lenape villages. The Bronx River, now boxed in by concrete, was once one of the cleanest waterways in the region. By the 1700s, it powered mills that helped fuel the early American economy. This borough wasn't the edge of the city. It was part of its engine. Fast forward to the early 1900s, and the Bronx became the future. Immigrants from Italy, Ireland, the Caribbean, and Eastern Europe poured in. Grand apartment buildings rose almost overnight. Movie palaces, ballrooms, and Art Deco marvels lined the streets. In the 1920s, the Bronx had more movie theaters than anywhere else in the world. People didn't escape to Manhattan. They moved from Manhattan to the Bronx. Then came a decision that changed everything. In the 1950s, a single man's vision cut straight through the heart of the borough. The Cross Bronx Expressway, built under Robert Moses, sliced through tight-knit neighborhoods, displacing tens of thousands of families. Homes were demolished. Businesses vanished. Communities that had taken generations to build were shattered in years. What followed wasn't urban decay. It was engineered abandonment. By the 1970s, landlords burned their own buildings for insurance money. Entire blocks went up in flames. When the Bronx burned, the world watched. But few understood why. What most people don't know is that residents didn't give up. They stayed. They organized. They rebuilt, often without help, often without credit. And in the middle of all that chaos, something revolutionary was born. At a rec room on Sedgwick Avenue, with broken buildings outside and hope in short supply, young people created a culture that would conquer the world. Hip-hop didn't come from luxury. It came from survival. DJ Kool Herc's turntables weren't just music. They were an act of resistance. The Bronx gave the world a new voice when it felt unheard. Today, the Bronx is still misunderstood. It's the birthplace of hip-hop, home to Yankee Stadium, and one of the most culturally rich places on Earth. But its real story is about people who were pushed aside and refused to disappear. The Bronx was never just a borough. It was a test. And it survived.